Alright. Hey! Welcome to my stream! I've told myself in the past you have to have Elgato working before you start streaming, but I should really keep that advice more close to my heart from now on, cause yeah, it's just like resetting OBS itself is a very convenient trick for this bullshit. Alright, well now we should have 0 viewers. Ugh. Oh, my knock. I think I have grape juice. I could have grape juice. Hey Juno, wow! I'm glad you're here. Yeah, through the chaos we are here. Alright. Oh, OBS is still using a lot of damn RAM. But like, I don't know, I'll have to keep a tab on that, because I don't usually know how much it uses. Yeah, I don't usually know how much it uses, but at least it's not putting out this much strain on the computer just running the things passively. We were probably like 80% of the hard drive usage before. Oh, I need to do a sync. Which I think I can just bullshit, yeah. Okay. Alright. So I do have some grape juice in honor of Raisin Ruins, but it looks like it went bad like 16 days ago. It's still kind of good though, so everything in moderation. What's up? How are you doing, Juno? In. Oh my gosh, the seashells! Nothing can keep a Kirby stream down. Although actually, I've had some pretty bad luck with Kirby streams, because Kirby 64 became a techie train wreck. Nice. Yeah, I feel like you told me about Black Mesa a while ago. Is this a replay? This is so peak. We're so back. That song's really good, that overworld map song. Oh my gosh, we have made it. We have made it to the sand. We have made it to the shore. Oh my gosh, the squishies. We've made it to the shore that we saw in that secret room. Oh really? I swear I've heard about this from you before. I was thinking, I don't think wheel is in this game at all. That is one difference from Adventure, is I do not think there's any wheel. We have like a big rock puzzle instead. A big slidey rock puzzle. Yeah, Noreen and I have talked about this level a lot. This honestly it's a top tier. Like for a while there was like the S tier and then everything else. But I think there's an A tier here. Like, this is very, very good. Parasol, ice. It's just like everything is fun. What's funny is I'm still kind of tired of Beam. I was like, finally, a break from Beam. I wonder how long it'll take to get given Beam again. I love Beam. I never complain about Beam. This is like probably my favorite Beam, but like, I honestly used it at every opportunity to stream. Yeah, the starting Sunbeam. So I think I need to do this right. If I fall, like, bare on it, then I'm dead. There we go. Steam sales. Yeah, seeing my computer struggle, I was like, maybe I do need a new computer. But, like, I don't super want to finance a new computer until I've, like, bought my plane tickets to go home to America. Or until I know when I'm going back home to America. Because, like, if I can stay the full time, then my return flight is paid for. But if I want to visit my family for Christmas, that's, like... I gotta transfer, like, all the savings I currently have in Japan and then start saving again. Yeah, I've been looking at plane costs, and it's at least a little bit cheaper if I go work in San Francisco to come back to Japan. But Japan 2035, yeah, Japan 2035. I'm so lucky that, Juno, that you can come visit me and stuff, because, like, my god, this is... like, the only more expensive flights I could think of would be, like, ridiculously niche things, like Boston to Madagascar. Like, I was looking at, like, all the flights in America from major airports, and then, like, Boston to different European countries, and it's like, boy, that sure makes me want to learn some Romance languages. Like, yeah, if you want to have some more adventures in other countries, it's a lot more affordable to do it in Europe. Yeah. Yeah. Japan 2035. It seems like Switch 2 got delayed, which, I was really, really ready for it, but yeah, that might also be better for my wallet. Not even my wallet, like my savings account. Not that I'm digging into savings, but I have to plan. You have to plan that kind of thing. What did it end up costing, if you don't mind me asking, per round trip? I think it's possible I was looking at yen instead of dollars too, which makes it all look worse. Significantly worse at that value. When everybody's like 26 on the stream, we talk about ticket costs. When everybody's gay and far away, we talk about ticket costs. Zero Mikus. Well, I would like to see more Mikus travel over, truth be told. Someone is complaining about, like, no collab cafes in London and New York City, and I was like, we get collab cafes in London and New York City? Like, I think it's okay if the London and NYC collab cafes from Japan are less good than Tokyo, because it's kind of fortunate we have them at all. Like, that's a good sign if we're getting them. We should get more. We're not entitled. We're not entitled for a Tokyo company to come and make something in London or NYC. Oh my god, we have a dash attack? Jesus, this is good. Yeah, that's good. That's solid. It could be worse, for sure. Oh my god, you can chain them. Dang, that looks cool. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I have a really big soft spot about Sapporo now. Like, if I'm in Japan next year, and I can plan in advance with people, I might redo it, because I could do it for so much cheaper this time. And there'll be all new stuff, there'll be a new 2025 Snow Miku and new statues, and just like, yeah, it's hard. Tokyo is its own thing. Tokyo doesn't even feel like a vacation at this point, it's just kind of like its own thing. But I think comparing, like, my vacations, Osaka is definitely my least favorite. Like, it was like fine, but it didn't like have a lot going on. It's really Kyoto and Hokkaido that are my two like vacations to compare. And I really, really liked Kyoto, but it was definitely out of season. Holy crap, look how tasty this water looks. I'm gonna hydrate. Yeah, Kyoto is awesome, but Hokkaido is definitely my favorite. It has to be my favorite. I mean, I really, really enjoyed Kyoto, but Hokkaido is really good. I mean, I was also catching it on its best weekend of the whole year, is the thing, the Snow Festival, but it was just a cool vibe. I will say, I probably am gonna become like an annoying tourist, like world traveler person now. Before, it was very much like, I don't know, more about like expanding places that I'd want to live. But now I'm like, I kind of am probably gonna get the tourist bug after all this experience. Ooh, that was so smooth. I don't think I've ever done this level with so much tornado. It's like really fun. Kind of made for it. Well, it's gonna be a lot more money. I don't know if you need to do a weekend in Hokkaido. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be getting warmer. The food is really good. But without the snow festival, I mean, I know a trans girl there I can introduce you to if you want to hang out with somebody, but, without the snow festival, would it be worth it? I don't know. If you're not going with friends, and you're not going for the snow festival, I'm not sure it would be worth a plane ticket. I don't think I would recommend it, because it'll be a lot. Oh my god. Wait, this milk looks so much like Japanese milk. That looks like the milk that I get from Hokkaido. Yeah, it would be a plane ticket. I don't think I recommend it for May. I don't think I do. I think it really is just like peak Hokkaido is peak, but that's like snow festival with friends. If I were to go alone off season, I think Kyoto would be a lot better. I would go with you. That sounds super cool. It was fun flying though. I feel like we flew kind of low and I got to see a lot of the region. Like I was amazed actually. I saw so many mountains and forests. That's such a cool angle. I feel like I was really soaking it up. We came in low over the city too. I was in a weird airline. I was in a really weird airline that literally just started like this week or this month. And my co-teacher found it and was like, yo, there's this airline from our city. It's a new one like made for our city. And it only goes to Sapporo. That's their only line so far. And they had a discount for people under 26 where you could get a ticket for like 6,000 yen. And it only works for young people under 26. So I would have had one last weekend of my life. This would have been my final weekend as a 25-year-old to use this deal. But they sold out. It was so perfect, but they sold out. I used them anyhow, and they were really funny. I was texting people like, hey, is it normal to get loaded onto a bus on the runway for a small airline in Japan? People were like, no. Then they didn't hear from me, and they're like, did you get put on a Yakuza flight? Did you get kidnapped and trafficked? Like, I was just like, hey, I'm going on a weird bus, and then I didn't send a follow-up text. But they just had to like drive us to a weird part of the tarmac, because they're like a new small airline, and I couldn't use the normal terminals. But they were so nice. They gave us all of these like omiyage and like specialty food from our area, and it was really tasty. So yeah, it was nice. It was kind of rickety, and because they're a weird airline, we flew in instead of flying into the big awesome Miku airport that's outside of Sapporo, we flew into like the heart of Sapporo. So I have an awesome video of coming in low with like the snowy mountain and all the snowy city and everything like that. Just like like flying straight into Sapporo. It was really fun. Yeah, Kyoto's mandatory. Yeah, if you have to pick between Kyoto and Osaka, definitely Kyoto. And I think Kyoto's good any season, but I'm trying to think like Hokkaido without the snow festival. I don't think I would do it on my own in May. Where's Kamakura? That's not Kyushu. I've been really enjoying these mushroom guys. I think they're called cappies. These models, like the nice colors that they have are really nice in this game. Oh, I've got some fat on my lower back. I just jiggled when I did that Wii Remote shake. Oh wow, the darkness has some pretty effects too once it gets closer. Yeah, look at that. It's a beautiful star pattern. Will I die? Will I perish? Alright, don't stop me now. Oh. Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah, anything like that out of Tokyo is pretty cool. That's where Puroland is, like the Sanrio world. Maybe not quite as far, but Shinjuku Station is really crazy. Yeah, I was reflecting that I've 100% been in cities my entire time in Japan. I've not set one foot into a smaller town. I've just done like city-to-city communication with planes and one train. It's actually crazy. I've never enjoyed cities so much. I feel like I'm getting like the entire city part of my life. I mean, I might end up being able to live in a city as an interpreter, but whew, that was artful. But yeah, I've definitely been having my city arc, especially with the safeness and like being able to go out at night. It's been a fantastic, fantastic city arc. Maybe that's why I like so many cyber games and stuff now, like Gunvolt and Mega Man. I'm like, in Splatoon, I'm like getting, well, not cyber, but urban. I'm just getting like the city and the future pumped into my veins. Living by public transit. But I found out last night, like I get a lot of anxiety about travel for kind of no reason. I actually have a hell of a story about coming home from Hokkaido. And it's generally for no reason. I always figure it's just like fine if I miss the last train, like I'll sleep in the train station. I found out from my friend that they kick you out of the train station. So you're on your own to find a place to go if you miss the last train. And like, I gotta see what the taxi game is like in our town. Like maybe I could taxi home and like pay out my ass. But like hotels are closed at midnight. My friend just like sat in line at a net cafe. Net cafes are the only things that are open. Even McDonald's are closing. Like those are the only things that are open. So like if you're cold or something, like you have to like really like fend for yourself. Like you have to find a very specific thing to have a place to go to. It was actually kind of spooky, but at the same time, it was so bad that I was like, well, I'll probably never be more than my central station from my house. And in that case, I could just walk the hour and a half because I'm not doing anything else with my night. Oh, hey, Nathan. I was just talking about you. Yeah, I was just talking about missing trains, missing the last train specifically. Because like McDonald's can't be your safe shelter. And there's gotta be more stuff like net cafes you could stay in. I think taxis are probably the solution. Because taxis seem to stay open all night. But you gotta find like, I don't know, do you have to like link taxis between towns? I don't know. I think I would walk home from the main station. That's what made me wonder, like, is there a limit to walking? Like, if you have a 4-hour walk, like, can you do that, or will you get exhausted? Like, what if you keep taking breaks? Like, I've never tried to walk for 4 hours before. I think you would get tired. Yeah, literally, that seems like all that we have as an option. I kind of summoned you with that story. I'm appreciating the little blue and, like, periwinkle colored textures on this little stone area here. This feels like a Kirby 64 moment. It's actually kind of sex comparing Kirby 64 and Return to Dreamland together. Because like putting them together on a stream like this, it's like I can't help but compare them. There's a lot of the same cool stuff. Like as much as RTDL is like the big sister of Robobot and Triple Deluxe, it's really fun seeing the commonalities it has with 64. Well, they might be. There might be. I think... I think I could walk for an hour and a half. I used to do a walk for hunger. It was a 10K or a 5K? No. Oh, was it a 10K? It was some kind of walk we would do in Boston. And yeah, I guess it really did feel like a big endeavor. So maybe walking for 4 hours straight without a significant break is not doable for everyone. In my brain, I'm like, walking takes 0 energy. I think my hour and a half would be doable. Unless like it's super cold, but... Sorry, I love this. And if I'm not mistaken, I feel like the music changes in this level, so I'm kind of taking a moment to savor it. It's so freaking nice in here. But I was gonna say, I had a story of, so I was super late to booking Hokkaido. It's a miracle we pulled it off and I didn't pay out the ass. I was the last flight. So I was getting into the city very, very late, or not very, very late, but fairly late. And we have to take a bus from the airport to the main part of town. So I was the last bus, and we were going from the two snowiest prefectures to each other. So I'm like, hey, what happens if it snows? What happens if we get delayed? Will the bus wait? And the lady at the airport was like, maybe. If it's a small amount of time, maybe. So I had to pull so many backup plans. I was like, okay, so if we get delayed for a few minutes, I think I can take the bus. Or I can take the public bus, if the public bus works, because buses are a nightmare and you can't trust them. If that fails, I think I can call a taxi. But if I don't want to do that, I can have 2 friends pick me up, which sounds like a great backup plan. Or I could walk for 2 hours. I think I would get a cold, but I could do that. It was so bad. And I didn't know till the day that I went home what was gonna happen. So like I was finally comfortable when I finally saw the weather for both areas was clear, and this ended up being totally fine. And I booked it off the plane, and we landed early actually. So I got on a bus that wasn't even the last bus. Like I booked it. I booked it. But yeah. That was fun, not fun at all. I was so nervous all day, just like flight anxiety. Miku was comforting me at the art museum and at the Snow Miku Museum. I was like trying to kill time so desperately, and there was so much Miku to do in town while I was on my own, like just kind of fretting and sweating about the travel. Oh my gosh, wow. You're out there. The ruins are gone. Oh my gosh, look how pretty this area is! Oh, we're in it now. I just like splashed down into Kirby Return to Dreamland. Oh my gosh, the water is so nice. Holy dungus. Oh man, it almost looks like the blue stuff is glowing down here. It's like it's all sea glass. Ow. Whew. This is really soothing. I like these speckled patterns in the background here. This white stuff is pretty cool. Oh, that's what my workplace is like. Pretty. These ladders are absurdly pretty too. Ah. I think I can salvage this. There we go. Oh, we're in hell. Never mind. Oh my gosh! Look at this slanted door with its coral and its spinning stars. This is a beautiful level. Oh yeah, the boardwalk level. There's little sea stars on the wooden pier. Oh my. You absorbing it? I'm curious your feelings comparing the art styles. It'd be interesting if you prefer the remake. And we can battle about things. We can disagree about everything. And occasionally make concessions like, ah, yes, I see the merit of your return to Dreamland. But don't expect me to do it again. an interesting catch. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a neurodivergent thing. It's just like even though like I didn't have a reason to really care that much about missing trains until now. I mean, I don't care that much. It's actually kind of funny. It's so bad that it's kind of funny. Like, I guess I'm not sleeping tonight. I like nighttime. Oh man. Plus it's winter. Winter sounds scary. I feel like you might get frostbite. Oh my god, the effects on the water are so freaking pretty. Yeah, even though I don't have like a firm reason to be anxious about travel, honestly, I do, like, I have always just gotten so unsettled by it. Like, I love, like, once I know an area, like, I love the trains. I can use the trains like nothing, but, or like, I can use my buses once I understand the fundamental, like, underlying reasoning. I can use them like anything, but buses are just always throwing you a bone. They're always throwing you a mix-up, frankly, and it's hard to feel like you understand them. And you have to really learn them on a case-by-case basis, which is not true of trains. Well, it's funny because, like, I feel like there are also a lot of flourishes in the remake, like the crabs and stuff. But it does feel like, I don't know, I always want to say that there's some stuff missing. I think what it is a lot of this stuff, like this green and blue stuff and the sea star over here, I think it all gets washed out and combined into like one shade of blue, which when I was really looking at, I kind of understood the appeal, and I think it looks better with the game. Like, it has its own different style, but I vastly prefer being able to see the little details. Like, I think that's the biggest thing if you compare the two games, is you wouldn't be able to make out all of these little flourishes inside the walls. They all kind of get washed out into one more unified texture with, like, less color variety. Sorry, it's so funny we had, like, little kids in here in the chat, like, just kind of being, like, I don't know, a little pushy, a little, like, you know, like, why don't you come back? Why are you breaking? Like, I don't know how to tell you, this is gonna be the most boring stream of your life. Like, we're all, like, over 25. We're out here just, like, appreciating the fine details of the backgrounds of Kirby. Like, you can't backseat drive this stream. I go at my own pace. Oh wow, I really felt the pain that I caused to that Poppy bro right there. This whole area is just, there's so many details. That'd be so fun! Noreen, bring me a remake report. Hello, Robbie. Hello, Robbie. Hi. I'm glad you're still here. This is exactly what I was talking about with, like, the platforming sequences. This section is pretty fun. Does that ramen have corn in it? If it did, it would be my best friend. Yeah, that's tough. In Japan is like baby's first public transit, because like the buses are usually at least on time. Like there might be a reason that they're not running at all. Like one guy who was with us missed his flight because they changed up the buses for Yuki Matsuri. But yeah, I'm always expecting something weird to happen and have there be some weird rule. But generally, if there's not some weird like reason that something's wrong with the buses, they're kind of always on time. Oh no! The shoe sank. Oh, no worries. If you don't want spoilers. You can just hear me gush about how pretty it all is. No pressure. I want to learn a Boston accent again from my aunt. I want my aunt's French, and I want my aunt's Boston accent when I go home. I'm gonna have to start hanging out with her. Yeah! I never had! I did it once. I did it once with my friend, and I thought she was so city savvy. Now trains are like my best friend. I've almost taken nothing but trains since I moved here. Yup. Now, you can travel around the prefecture to a degree on trains. I'm almost hitting the point that I want a car, but that's when I remembered that I can get a bicycle, and for most of the year, that'll help me do things. Of course, there's so much. Like, it's like I can either get a bike to get out to a little bit more specific stuff that I want to do. Like, there's like a hip-hop dance class I want to go to that's in like my part of the city, but like the opposite side with no... I mean, there might also be a local bus that could solve that problem. Google Maps does not tell you local buses, so that may be a non-issue. It should be a non-issue, because like what else are local buses for? But yeah, I don't think my BOE is going to make me need a car. If they do, I may not be able to afford it. We may have to discuss those schools, but I generally don't really need a car. I come close to wanting one, but I generally don't need one with my schools, and I don't want one. And it's, yeah, you can either like get a little, like a bike or something, or like figure out the buses to go places, or just adjust what you want to do by what's available, because like I have the whole city open. There's so much stuff I haven't done with what's easy to get to. Yeah, I'd never used the T until I did my Kirby panel, and it was like a crazy emotional experience. And now, like, I don't do anything but use trains. I think you can credit that to Japan. And frankly, how easy it is. Pretty. This weekend has been good. Splatoon and Kirby, baby. I don't know if I've mentioned this. The Reen scooter. Yeah, that would do something. That would do something. That would solve a lot of my issues, actually. I think I would still need to get a license, and getting a license seems like a giant headache. Like, I think I'd have to make friends that can drive me to and from the DMV during the school week twice, which is just, like, on its own, like, I'm not here that long, I don't want to do this. Ah. My sister mentioned a fire dog in Kirby Forgotten Land, and I thought she meant this thing because it's fire, but I think she read the Woofy design as fire themed, which is so valid because it's like orange and red and kind of pointy. Like, a Woofy's totally could be a normal fire type Pokemon. Yeah, no, Reen Scooter would go hard. If I don't get a car next time I'm in Japan, I would definitely get a scooter. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Is I actually do. If I come back to Japan for a job, or if I do education here, which would be awesome, I want to be in the Tokyo area, and I want to have transport, because I want to go to the Yuru camp areas. Which means that I might get a scooter and then explore that area of Chubu. I might just do Eurocamp next time, because it's not really just like, it's not really realistic for me right now, or like a good idea, because like I live right inside pretty much everything I need. Like 98% of what I've needed this entire time is right here. But I would want to go to Tokyo, but I would want to have my own transportation. So I'd probably be outside Tokyo, and I'd probably have a damn scooter or a car. I mean, cars have their own benefits. Japan 2035. Which, by the way, Robbie, is an Aria of Sorrow reference. I always say Japan 2035 as like my next time I come to Japan, because 2035 still feels like the future, because that was the future date that they picked for Aria of Sorrow. When it comes to 2035, I'll be like, we are living in the future. I've pushed a lot of things off to 2035. I'm approaching sleepover vibes, which is an extremely common stream feeling. But I was saying, like, I feel Kirby games feel so good for like sleepovers, because you can play them and get so deep into them. And like, I don't know, it's like have like such a deep experience with it in like a solid sleepover amount of time. Like, wow, we totally binged that. We played for like 5 hours. Like, whoa, we're gonna finish it tomorrow. Whereas like you can play like Zelda Breath of the Wild for 5 hours and not feel like you've done anything. Like, Your sleepover's only beginning after 5 hours of Breath of the Wild. One day. I gotta play Drill to. So my thing is actually, I don't know if I've mentioned this, I've started cutting down a little bit on my gaming time because I realized, maybe I've mentioned this, at least to somebody. Oh god, yeah, this is a random thing. Beam! They let me think they were done with Beam, and now there's Beam. I guarantee you that's Sand or Armor in the remake. I think it's mostly Beam that got replaced with the new abilities, and I'm actually not complaining now. I guess I don't usually say yes every single time it's offered, but... yeah, so I noticed that, like, you know, part of me wants to play games after work every single day. Part of me really doesn't. Part of me is like, yeah, that game would be fun. But, like, gaming is just, for me, like, it puts me in kind of a headspace where, like, I'm kind of... my momentum is still going. Whereas, like, watching an anime or... it's like, I don't know, doing anything else. It can be easier to, like... relax and feel like you're kind of like slowing things down. Like time flies by, the momentum really doesn't slow down. Playing games every day, like it's one way to spend your day, and like if it's a good game, it's worth it. But I've been noticing that by doing like every other day, like I game this day, I don't game the next day, I'm like, hell yeah, it's video game day. Hell yeah, it's not video game day. Like whichever it is, I'm happy, and it's been working for like 3 weeks now. My only real challenge is that I really want to play more Splatfest today, because like the final day is the best day. So I might give myself like 30 minutes, because it's like a solid amount of time for Splatoon usually for me. But I'm not going to play any more Octo expansion. I've been feasting, and I think I can beat it before Side Order now, which is insane. But yeah, every day after work, I'm either like, hell yeah, video game day, or I'm like, hell yeah, let's do anything else. Because I think video games, I mean, they're addictive, you know, they're at least habit forming. And I think like forcing myself to not pick a video game every day, there's so many other parts of me that are pumped. Like, yo, we didn't get to do anything for years. I'm totally not addicted to video games. No, they're a huge habit. Everyone change it to your Kirby PJs now! Plus, I've been threatening Nathan with the Signalis sleepover. We found a physical Signalis at the store yesterday. I was like, if we find physical Signalis, we have to buy it. And then we found a copy, and it's like, you've called my bluff. I'm not gonna buy that till April. I might get a physical, though. It's like a memory. I'm buying less and less physical, because, like, I don't know. I like them to have, like, emotional attachments. And, like, I feel bad for using the Peach game as, like, a punching bag of any kind. But it is the first game where it's like, it's really just a Nintendo game. Like, I'm only excited for it because it's a Nintendo game. Like, I'm not actually willing to spend that much of my budget for next month on it. And, like, I can just get it another day. And, like, I don't even know if I need it physical. Like, Luigi's Mansion, I don't have physical. Well, I kind of wish I did have that one physical. But Signalis is like, hey, Signalis. Yeah, because we're gonna stream in the morning. So I'm like, you can sleep over, and then you can have my Melovania curry that I eat every night, and then pancakes in the morning. And we will do the hypothetical Kirby sleepover. I will give you Kirby games. We will play the 20th anniversary disc for hours until the wee hours. Because for me, like, playing a game for 3.5 hours till 1 a.m., that is a binge. I know it's like some people's every day, but for me, that is like going whole hog. I would feel like I've done so much. But, like, it depends on the game, right? Like, in Kirby, that's, like, a ton of gameplay. But in, like, I don't know, Breath of the Wild, again, it's, like, nothing. Nourishing the whole self, yeah. No, honestly, Miku's coming for my ass. Miku's coming for my ass. I keep being like, yeah, I'm close to having a pretty big music phase, but it feels so disconnected from my other hobbies. And then Hatsune Miku is like, Hatsune Miku! I will be a video game, and an anime, and a music. And I'm like, oh, uh-oh. Music time. Music time. Now I'm remembering now that there was a lot of good. There was a lot that, like, before Lisa helps drag me back into gamer life, there were some just like feelings that I haven't had in a long time since I actively made time to do hobbies that were not gaming, which is kind of scary, but it's also just kind of a sign of like what I was into for the last couple of years. And that's like watching Vocaloid videos and stuff. I've been like, man, I miss this. I want to make art. Like, I want to do something besides play video games. Though this channel has been great for flexing things out too, and I have so many damn games to play that I'm excited about. It's like I'm not remotely getting tired of gaming. I'm just trying to like use some like, I don't know, subsidy policies to encourage the other hobbies. Gaming's just OP and it's been so long. And also like with the Switch era ending, I'm kind of mellowing out. I'm like, yeah, Switch era was super fun. I feel like a warm blanket sometimes, but like, I'll wait for my indie games. I am satisfied. I don't need to always be following the newest Nintendo news. The lack of Nintendo news helps with that. Urgh. I caught you! Bam. They got Donkey Kongs in their mouths. Yeah, it's hard, you know? I feel like you're at a point where, like, you've been probably getting a lot of good, like, positive forward momentum from gaming. Because, like, you seem to have a lot of energy for it, and you're trying new stuff. Like, it seems like it could be really nourishing on its own. Which is what gaming's been for me for years. But it's like, even before it gets stale, I kind of want to branch out. Because music is tough. Music is not as easy to nurture as watching anime or playing video games. Music takes a lot of intention. But I've really been wanting to do more music stuff. I mean, I gotta say, I think they complement each other. Back in the day, I didn't really see the connection, but now I can't unsee it. Like, it's no surprise that there's like 3 different things on this channel that are like animation, but also a game. Like, it's just like, the line's not that crazy to me. I'm glad that there's been so many adaptations, like even Dead Cells is getting one, because to me it's just like, they're all the same thing to me now. Like, they really are. There's so much in common between animation and gaming. Like, I kind of see gaming animation in music as more of like a continuum now, I guess. Here we go, this is one of the best sections. Look at this, there's so many star bullets. Like, no game lets you appreciate star bullets like this. I have multiple layers of intense star bullets going. Let's add another one. Let's add another one. Let's have a little fun with it. Let's go a little crazy. Then you just beat the devil out of it. Look at this, this is just pure dopamine. This is just pure dopamine. Pure dopamine. Yeah, I really enjoy these. Yeah, I've been wanting to watch more anime. I find that anime it's good for me. I want that balance back. Parasol has such a niche killing doomers. Like, they're really good. Bam. It's really solid damage for no effort. And you can do this, just trace them. Giving Kirby a block was so needlessly god tier. I almost wish that they didn't have it. I almost wish that there wasn't this, because I never use this. I never ever block. And I think it allows them to do some like kind of harder boss patterns, but like I'd rather just dodge them because the game is so slow moving. I would have rathered a lot of these 2D Kirby games just not have a dodge function and have there be like a believable way to... What did I miss? Oh yeah, the optional one. Or the option one. I wish that these 2D Kirby games just had like boss patterns you could dodge by learning and preempting them instead of like using rock or guard to cheese them. It's not really fun to use the guard in 2D. It's fun in 3D. It's really fun, but it's not that fun in 2D. You get it. You get it. Yeah, I am very into that kind of thing. My first time being tested is today. Because I do have some things I want to do, and I could definitely cultivate a good mood if I don't sit down in game. But it's a Splatfest, so it's like... it's disappointing to do like a handful of like moderately fun games in the day building up to Anarchy Rainbow and then not play on Anarchy Rainbow. Like what? It's like definitely the Splatfest I'm least excited about, but... Hey! Alright, we're going down. That was only 3 levels? Holy dang. I thought we were gonna kinda speed through this. But it might only be 4 levels. Yeah, it only is. Alright, I need some water. This is making me want water. This is peak. This is peak. This song, these colors. Wow, Parasol busted. We're going to the secret underground city hidden by that button. This is where the music changes and gets silly. Yes, all of the star details on Parasol. This is the squishy city. The lost squishy civilization. I guess you know what? The Kirby has good lore, but I kind of wish that it had like Splatoon quality world building. The world building would be really cool. It's just, wow, this is some good colors right here. This is some really good colors. It's just like, yeah, there's no continuum, and like that's fine in its own way, but it's hard. It's like there really is no consistent grip on the lore. I wonder if the light novels will be more consistent. I think they will, but I do kind of have a hunger for something with a bit more consistency, because like, you know, a lot of the Splatoon world building is just like random goofy stuff, but it's also the continuing stories. Like, it is also a very set timeline. And there's a lot of moving parts in the background, like what the different bands do between different games and stuff like that. It's very set in a way that Kirby kind of can never be at this point. Oh crap. Because it's like, what was Ku doing in the events of Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland? Ku probably didn't exist in that game. Like, it's just not consistent enough. Which is fine in its own way. I kind of feel the opposite of Zelda. I feel like Zelda doesn't need to be so consistent. A lot of people want it to be, but like those timelines are whack. This is all the secret underground city hidden by the button. Look at that kind of wacky blurring effect as I walk and move underwater. It's a very interesting move. It looks like oily. Looks like there's like an oily effect. Wait, what is Dayglow? There's a song, the day the world went Dayglow? Oh wait, no. The day the world went something else glow. It's a Sky Larkin song. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at those backgrounds. Look at those. Ah, there's like the sparkles and the stars and the. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, this is peak. We're arriving at peak. Pancake. This game's solid. I must say I am a big fan of this game. Literally, yeah. But then like they attempted to unify it all, and then they made Breath of the Wild, which does even more damage to the timeline. So it's like, I'm almost gonna reject the continuum that they're presenting and just kind of loosely connect it. Like, I kind of want Kirby to be more connected and Zelda to be less connected. Oh, paint. I don't even want this. I am so opposed. I am so opposed to the music changing that I will just like not grab invincibility candies. I am famously somewhat anti Muteki candy. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Who is building with this light blue material? I don't know. Maybe it's a lost civilization beneath the waves. Now we're talking. Otsukare-sama, Noreen. Otsukare-sama. There's some grapes. There's our raisins. They're hydrated. I want to say that there is a grape ocean. But at the same time, it might just be that I'm thinking of Onion Ocean 2. I think there's also an Onion Ocean and Nightmare and Amazing Mirror, which is not a continuum thing. It is probably just random. Oh, I'm gonna miss water. That was fun. That was good water. Wow, wow. Oh, no, 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 no! No, 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 no! That might be hiding something. I'll never know. Here we go, here we go. The dinkiest music. Beam, today I say no. You've been too good to me. Oh, this is gonna slap. This is like the best time to use this move. Oh my god. Oh, bomb? This is a pretty fun thing. Damn. Not here. Yeah. See, yes. Oh darn, I was probably right about that thing having a gear. I guess I have to just keep playing this fantastic game. Yeah, I kind of do want a Splatoon squid ability. Because we have like the Zelda sword, and I guess in my opinion we have the Castlevania whip. I feel like we have another one too. But yeah, squishies are always here. We've never had a squiddy ability. There's actually a lot of animal abilities I would want. I would enjoy a bat that's like vampire, and I would enjoy a squid one that like really expands underwater gameplay. So my sister, the one thing she remembers about this game is these eels. When I asked her, after like 10 years, she remembers these eels still. Yeah, I've done it a bunch of times. Usually, I did mess one up. Usually these are like muscle memory. Hello, Caden. Hello, Caden Augustinus. Welcome to the Eel Hall. Yeah, right, vampire. They've never done anything like that, but they've always had the bat enemies. I think bat vampire would be pretty easy. Like it feels like, I feel like it feels like both bat and vampire could be copy abilities. So one way or another, I feel like it could happen. Because we have ninja. We have like, I don't know, like identity-based abilities like doctor. ESP kind of toes the line because it's like an Esper, but it's also kind of elemental. But ninja, fighter, it's always been that kind of thing. Oh, fighter's another one that debuted in Superstar, but feels like it's always been here. Bomb and fighter, they very quickly started to feel like staples. Kabam! Whew. I feel like that star thing in the background wasn't being orbited by 4 glowing orbs before. I feel like things are evolving. I swear to God. Wow. Like, am I gonna replay these levels on stream, or am I just gonna give myself an excuse to play Kirby Return to Dreamland and polish them off screen? I think Spear might be good for this. Let's see if I can predict the abilities. So Parasol, Ice, Bomb? Oh, Spear. Parasol, Spear, Ice. Yeah, that works. I really enjoy when they can create kind of a theme with like 3 running abilities throughout the world and then use those as your 3 boss abilities. White Wafer does a good job with Fighter, Ninja, and Fire. I think they all get highlighted really well on that level. Some of them are better than others, though. I think maybe Cookie Country is Sword, Beam, and Leaf. Which is like, yeah, I guess you got that done. Maybe Cutter. Maybe Sword, Cutter, Leaf, but I don't know. Probably Beam, honestly. I say this a lot, but did you know that, you know, I think Sword kind of gets treated as like the main character, main copy ability, but Sakurai's original idea was for Beam to be that. That's why Beam is on the cover of Superstar, and a lot of games start with the Waddle Doo. And I think this game agrees with that. There's a lot of Beam love. Oh dear. See, that's the kind of thing I like. Like, you don't have to dodge, you just kind of have to like get to the ceiling as soon as you notice it. Am I gonna lose Spear? No. Now I'm dodging. Yeah, Spear is certifiably fun. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! That's not how I saw that ending. That's not the kind of hit for hit that I was hoping for. How good is Ice for this? I'd rather try Parasol. Parasol is like B+, A- in this game. I click it like every time I can. It might be A- in this game. I really like it. Like, low-key, I think I click it more than sword, and sword is usually the gatekeeper for top tier. Top tier of my own heart. Fatted puffer. This is less fun than I expected. Spear is more fun. But Spear is like a B tier in this game. I don't click it very much. They gave it a good focus in this world, but I don't click it very much. I'm like already dead. What a good move. What a fishy move. Spamming this is not that much fun. Oh. Oh! He has iframes. Die! I would have rather do that again. Ice might have been more fun. Yeah, Parasol was like, it was fun to dash across the room. It was fun to float in style on him when he was doing his thing. But like standing there and spamming it wasn't as fun as like throwing the spears was, so. I'll have to make a ranking of every copy ability in every boss. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be dramatic, but that I would win. Alright, we have 2 wings. That is not sufficient. But that is enough for today. Oh, I get to stream this again next weekend. I get to play Side Order next weekend. I have Friday off from work. This Friday off is sending me. I'm so specifically excited about it that I feel like I'm gonna lose it somehow. Someone's gonna be like, oh no, we actually have a meeting that day. Like, I'm so excited about this Friday off that I'm like nervous about losing it. This is a good room. Yeah, Whip is also like a solid B plus A minus click for me. Probably a solid A minus in this game. I click it all the time. I think the levels are made around it really well. That's maybe what's jumping out to me the most this playthrough, is moments where I'm like, hey, this is made around water really well. Or like, this is made around Whip really well. What was it? Like, oh, Mr. Duder was really fun with Whip. There was a segment that was really fun with Tornado. Just all stuff I never noticed before. Water had like multiple moments in multiple areas, which was great. That's pretty good. Yeah, what enemies can you grab like this? None. Get my union so I can play Side Order. Alright, well, that is it for today. Let me just totally shred the Whip challenge before I go. Yeah, Beam is god tier. Love this ability. A game where you're bathed in Beam so hard you have to choose not to use it consciously. Oh, thank you all for coming out. That was super fun. Y'all stuck through some big technical difficulties. And some chat oddities. Some abject chat oddities. Okay. Dashing, Tarinai. Tariru. Oh. I want those. I strike for indie game releases. Missed me with the major ones. I will only strike for indie games and Splatoon DLC. Yeah, you know what really killed me last time is doing my dash attack too early. That actually slayed me. Not being able to dash into a wall, that'll get you. Very good. Yeah, not being able to dash into a wall. So I gotta dash right up to these bastards and do this. Grab this. Oh my god, that was heartbreaking. That was awful. I barely missed it. Oh, it was too early. This is brutal. Alright, we got that one. For whatever it's worth. Smoothly butter. Yeah, ain't it good? Ain't it purty? I think next week, I'll think about it. I'll probably just do White Wafer and Nutty Noon because they deserve to be savored. And then maybe I'll do like a little mix up with like a side game. I'll let you know. It might be Dream Buffet. Damn, not here. Ugh, these are so brutal. Alright, we'll see you everybody. Catch you later. It's gonna be a good week. Alright. Thank you, my computer, for not dying. Much. The Dandry was overtuned, I agree. I agree with that. If I... No. Alright. Peace. See you, everybody. Catch you later. Goodbye, Juno.